Hello friends, today we start a new topic, conformal mapping or conformal transformation. This topic is for 5 marks. There are 4 different subtopics in this term here. First of all, we see the definition, a transformation which preserves angles both in magnitude and since between every pair of curves through a point is called conformal at that point. The conditions under which the transformation w is equals to f of z is confirmed uh, are given in the following theorem. That means we have to see here w is equals to f of z under some conditions. First of all, we see the theorem. Theorem is if f of z is analytical function and f dash z is not equal to 0 in the given region of the z plane, then the mapping w is equals to f of z is called conformal mapping at all the points in the region. Now this is theorem. According to this theorem, some standard transformations are given here. First transformation is translation. That means if w is equals to z plus c, where c is a complex number, that is also constant number, let c is equals to a plus b, and we know the relation is w is equals to z plus c. As earlier we have seen that w is equals to u plus iv and z is equals to x plus iv. So apply that, we get the values a u is equals to x plus a and v is equals to y plus b. Since the point P of xy in z plane is mapped into the point P of x plus a comma y plus b in the w plane. Similarly, the other points of z plane maps to the remaining points in w plane. Now this is regarding with translation. Second point is now rotation and magnification. Let w is equals to cz. Here now in first term c is the constant of integration is plus. Now here constant of integration is multiplied, where c is a complex constant. Now as here it is all terms are in multiplication form, so we can consider this into the exponent form. So therefore c is equals to b into e raised to i alpha, where alpha beta both are constant. Z is equals to r into e raised to I theta. W is equals to r into e raised to phi. Then w is equals to cz becomes, now substitute w, that is r into e raised to I phi. Z is equals to, now that is r into e raised to I theta, and c is equals to b into e raised to I alpha. Now b and r constant, so therefore their product is br. E raised to I alpha and e raised to I theta both having same base, so we can take the addition of their corresponding power, so it become I as a common, alpha plus theta. Thus the transformation maps a point r theta in the z plane into a point whose polar coordinates are constant is equals to br theta plus alpha in w plane here. Thus the mapping, if I taking the modulus of this mapping here, so mod of z, w is equals to mod of cz, that is modulus of c constant and modulus of z is equals to br, because we know that the modulus is nothing but the constant values. So therefore amplitude of omega is equals to amplitude of z plus amplitude of c. Amplitude of z means angle, that is equals to theta. Amplitude of c means angle given here alpha, so that is theta plus c. Hence w is obtained from z by magnification of z by amount of mod c, that is b, and r rotation by amount of amplitude c, that is alpha. Every region in z plane is transformed to w plane by rotation alpha and magnification beta. So in this way we consider now rotation and magnification. Next is now inversion and reflection. That means inverse term is given here. So w is equals to 1 upon z here. Now again I consider the same term. Omega is equals to, or w is equals to r into e raised to I phi. Z is equals to r into e raised to I theta. That is polar form present here. Now w is equals to 1 upon z. So I applied here values. Now r is a constant term, so this term is as it is, but e raised to I theta is a variable term. Now it is bottom, when we transfer to the numerator it become e raised to minus I theta. Hence by comparing these two terms, I obtain here r is equals to 1 upon r and phi is equals to now minus theta. Compare with the powers here, so phi is equals to minus theta. Thus the point r theta in z plane is mapped onto the point 1 upon r minus theta in w plane here. That means according to the given term we have take its rotation. Next most important thing is now bilinear transformation. Sometimes the question may be for 5 marks asked on this topic here. A transformation of the form omega is equals to az plus b upon cz plus d. Say this as equation 1, I say here equation 1, where b, c are complex constants and ad minus bc is not equal to 0 is called a bilinear or Mobius transformation. The condition is given that AD minus BC is not equals to 0 ensures that the derivative of dw upon dz is not equals to 0. That means that is not vanishes here. That is the transformation is conformal. Because in conformal condition we see that if the derivative should not be equals to 0. A point at which f dash z is equals to 0 is called critical point. The inverse mapping of equation 1 is, if we solve this equation for z, then we get z is equals to minus dw plus b upon cw minus a, which is also known as bilinear transformation. Now here the equation given in terms of w, we equate this in terms of z. This is called inverse mapping. Next part is now cross ratio. If z1, z2, z3 maps onto omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, the bilinear transformation is obtained by the formula w minus w1 into w2 minus w3, w minus w3, w2 minus w1 is equals to z minus z1 into z2 minus z3 upon z minus z1 3 into z2 minus z1. Now this is regarding with the theoretical part. We have to see our formulatical part. Next we have to see the examples now. So I consider first example is here. Find the image of the line x is equals to y under the transformation omega is equals to z minus 1 upon z plus 1. Now this is the question which is asked in question paper for 5 marks. Here omega, that is complex number w, is given here, z minus 1 upon z plus 1 here. We want here linear transformation of this complex number in w plane. W plane means reverse form, in terms of reverse. So therefore I can, if this value is given for w, I solve this equation for z. So first of all I consider z minus 1 upon z plus 1. So here z plus 1 is divided, is goes to this side, so w multiply to z plus 1, so wz plus w1 is equals to z minus 1. Secondly I collect all the z term one side and remaining without z terms to other side. After getting this, now taking z as a common, so remaining 1 minus w is equals to w plus 1. So considering z is equals to w plus 1 upon 1 minus w. Now we solve from this equation for z. Now we want z in terms of w here. So z, substitute the values of z. Z is equals to x plus y and w is equals to u plus y. So the iv. Substitute here, x plus iv is equals to w plus 1, that is u plus iv plus 1 upon 1 minus w, that is 1. Due to negative it becomes minus u minus iv. So I have taken the real part to be 1, so u and 1 are constant, so therefore u plus 1 is a real part, plus iv, 1 and minus u are constant, so 1 minus u into 1 minus u minus iv. Now this is complex number. While considering the complex number, our target is to simplify the denominator. While simplifying the denominator, we have to multiply by its conjugate. Its conjugate is now 1 minus u minus iv having conjugate 1 minus u plus iv. But while considering this, the function should not be disturbed here. So therefore divide and multiply by this conjugate. After getting multiplication, we take the multiplication. We know the condition that if z into z bar is present, so their product is equals to z square or x square plus y square, that is real part square plus imaginary part square. So therefore denominator is simplified. Next go to the numerator, u plus 1 into u 1 minus u. Therefore I can write 1 plus u 1 minus u. In addition, position may be changed here. Secondly, u plus 1 multiplied to iv. So iv into u plus 1. Now secondly, iv multiplied to the second portion. So iv into 1. So that is iv into 1 minus u. And I into I become I square into v square. Then next, this a plus b, a minus b can be further considered as a square minus b square. That become 1 minus u square. uvi. So that is uvi. 1 into iv, that is iv, again iv, 1s are iv minus, so minus uvi, so minus uvi, I square having value minus 1, so that become minus v square. Now plus minus uvi get cancelled, remaining terms are here, without I are 1 minus u square minus v square plus 2 iv upon the given term. Now the image of line is given here, so the equation of line is x is equals to y. Hence from this real and imaginary part, if I compare these two parts here, so x is equals to 1 minus u square minus v square upon 1 minus u square plus v square, and y is equals to imaginary part, that it is 2v upon, both the denominators are same, so they get cancelled with each other. So the equation becomes here now u square plus v square. Now I transfer this term here, so it become plus u square minus 1, which is equation of circle, but it is that equation is not completed. So I can rewrite here u is single term, so u minus 0 bracket square plus, now here v square plus 2v. To complete the square we need 1 here, so I can adjust here minus 1 plus 1, or we can say now here we adjust here 2 here. So after taking this 2 minus 1 will be become 1, so v square plus 2v plus 1, that is v1, v plus 1 bracket square, and here it is 2. So all the terms are in LHS are square form, so I can write this root to be in square form, so it become root 2 square. That is nothing but the equation of circle having center at 0 comma minus 1 and radius minus root 2 units. So therefore the required image in W plane of the line x is equals to y is a circle having center at 0 minus 1 and radius root 2. Thanks for the watching. More examples we will see in next video.